Okay, so today was a choppy day. Super chop, super chop. We're just gonna start with that, man. Super chop, chop shop, doodle pop, lollipop, layers of five. LOL. Today was trash. I ain't gonna lie to you. Today was trash. Even though it's a break even day, it was trash. So I'm just gonna show you guys how I did that. I was able to get this trade to even hit TP1, but then you could see it reversed really bad and then just started crashing. I was low-key looking for sells early in the morning, but I wanted to break this low right here before I started looking for sells. But I'm like, it didn't. It came and broke these highs. Then it looked like it's had a pullback. And then it looked like it was going for the next structure high. So I was like, all right, let's just take the pullback. Boom, structure high was broken, which is right here. Let's see if we can get longs. Well, that's what I thought. Right, so this is how the charts look like. When I first, well, let me get rid of some of that. Let me get rid of some of that stuff. 1 hour charts. Let's do a little bar replay too. So this is how the charts look like from yesterday. From yesterday, you could see that we had a crazy move, but the day did finish off bullish. Like it was a big. Yesterday was hugely fundamental based. Tariff, fake news, etc., etc. You guys watch it. If you haven't watched it, watch my video from yesterday. I'll explain more. But look at this. It still looked bullish going into today, and you could see from the 1 hour time frame. Boom, we had these lows. We created a high, we created a low, created a high. Well, we created this low. This was the low, but we created a high. Came back, went lower. Came back, went. Now it's going to break the highs, right? So we look like we're in a bullish trend on the 1 hour time frame. Boom. So we're gonna say 1 hour time frame. 1 hour. HR. Bullish. So the 1 hour is bullish, right? Let's drop down to the 15-minute time frame. Let's see if the same thing is happening on the 15-minute time frame. And as you can see so far, it looks like the same thing. You feel me? It looks like the same thing. Boom. We had these lows. Let's just go from the low from yesterday. We had the high. It's crazy. The low and the high was created in the same 1 hour yesterday. Crazy work. We had the low. You can see it just started trending back up. It started trending back up. It started trending back up, creating structure to the upside until we got back to New York session where we're at currently. So it's safe to say that the 15-minute time frame, 15-minute is bullish as well. All right, cool. So the 15 minutes, what the heck? Oh, there it goes. 1 hour is bullish, 15-minute bullish. Bias can easily be buys. Easily. I can see sells though, obviously, because the higher time frame, maybe the 4 hour time frame is bearish. But I can easily see sells at buys as far as today goes. So that's what I was targeting. I was targeting easy buys. Boom. Let's drop down to the 1 minute time frame now where I started to look for my entry for the buys. All right. Let's draw the structure. Let's just start from here. Boom. We got highs, lows, higher highs, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Then we had a break of structure. Market broke structure right here. But when we fast forward a little bit, you can see market went right back into structure right before 9:30. So this is 924, 925, 926, 930. So almost by 930. So by 930, price went back and created new higher highs. So what does that mean? Structure is still primarily bullish. So can we say the 1 hour is bullish? Where's the charts? There it goes. 1 hour is bullish. 15 minutes bullish. 1 minute is bullish. 1 minute is bullish. So all time frame for me is pretty much in alignment right here. All the time frames that I use really for confirmation to get into a trade, they're all alignment in alignment right now. So everything looks bullish. So what am I waiting for? If in this case, what I'm going to wait for? I'm going to wait for, because it's all the way up here right now. I'm not going to try to take buys all the way up here. I'm going to wait for a pullback. I'm going to take longs. Simple. An easy pullback, if it be here, wherever. Pullback, a nice pullback. We take it longs because it's bullish. Everything's bullish. 1 hour is bullish. 15 minutes bullish. 1 minute bullish. Everything's bullish. Let's look for buys. So 930 hits. 928, 929, 930. 930 hits. We start to get a pullback. But it's starting to drop very heavy. But I want you to remember, where's structure? Where's structure right now? Structure's right here. This is the last low that was created before price came up and created this new high. So that's the last low before this high was established. Cool. Came back down. We're happy where it hit. It respected this area of interest right here. Well, all these charts started consolidating before we got a new high. It came back and respected that area of interest. Right? Boom. Price pushed. So I'm like, you know what? Let's take buys. Let's get ready for buys. I wanted to take stop loss there. My entry would be at 39,380. Easy, but the stop loss on this crazy. The ranges is so wide today. The ranges was hella wide. I can't lie to you. As I said, under here we have the last low that was created. So I want to be able to keep my stop loss at an area that makes sense. So if it goes under here, you most likely it's going for here. Most likely it's gonna go lower, right? That's the obvious thing, right? Hopefully that's obvious at this point. At this point, I'm risking 182 points. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Never in life do I ever risk 182 points on the trade. I seen myself risking so much more this month. Like the ranges are just enormous. It's crazy. I think I risked 117 points yesterday, but that was an L. But you know, this just goes to show you that the ranges is stupid wide. Like a lot of volatilities in the markets nowadays. So boom, this is where I wanted to get in. Price came up. Boom, that's it. That was my confirmation. We got the bullish engulfing candle. I'm waiting for the retest. We got the retest. Tap me in. Price started shooting, but this trade took forever to hit TP1. Went close to TP1. Boom, TP1. Now this trade is secured. Stop loss at break even. This trade is secure. Like I have no risk on this trade. So now I'm gonna look for another entry to open up the risk again. If it's possible, right? If it's possible, I'm gonna look for another trade if it's possible. Boom, price came back down. I said, okay, we'll wait for another trade. So I seen another trade entry right here where I could take price right at the highs, right when it's breaking the highs again. That's where I want to get in. So price did exactly, hold on. Come on, man. That's what it did. Boom, hit, tap me in. Now I'm in. This is my second trade. Remember, first trade's no risk. Second trade, we have risk. Risk about like $125. So at this point, I'm already up like 500. Now I added another $100 risk on the trade. Not crazy, because I'm trading MYM at this point, because if I traded this regular contract, one contract was about 900 point risk. So I had to go to MYM and risk 3 contracts or 5. How much I risk? Like 5 contracts? I think I risked about 5 contracts for it to just be like $400. You feel me? That's how big the risk would be if I just traded regular YM. Tap me in, right? It looked like it was going in control. Boom. It looked very close. Then it started pushing back up again. You see, look at this range. Even just this range of just pushing back down and up. This is 182 points. And just the push down and the push up. This is TP for this is usually past my TP3. 182 points. Usually I'm risking about 50 points. So 150 is my TP3. You feel me? This is crazy. I only got TP1 at 183 points. But usually that's my TP3. So that just goes to show you I was risking a lot. I mean, the stop loss is pretty wide. And then I walked away, and then you could see price just slowly came down and stopped here. But the thing that saved me from this trade being a loss as well was I took the stop loss from here and brought it up here. So that probably from here to here is probably like 100 something. And this stop loss on this trade was like 100 something. So they just canceled each other out. Net break even for the day. Calm trade. You know, this trade took so long, really. I got stuff to do in my day. Like I gotta leave the charts. I can't stay at the charts all day long. So I just left. But there was another trade that I seen that happen later on. Let me see. I'm just gonna fast forward real quick. Boom. It broke the lows. You remember? Structure. Boom. Boom, this structure. Boom. Came back down. It created a new high. So if it comes down and break this structure low, most likely it's going now into sell territory. So then, boom, it broke the lows. I wasn't around the charts, as I said. Now, this trade I could have took at 11:02 or something like that. TB1 would have been hit. TB1 would have been hit easily. TB2, TB3, TB4. Crazy. It is what it is. But that's my chart breakdown, y'all. Or my trade recap. Till next time. Peace.